This video is brought to you by the Disc Golf Depot, largest selection and best prices in the Pacific Northwest. Check out discgolfdepot.com for more information. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my review of the Dynamic Discs Defender. It's a brand new overstable distance driver from DD. Big thank you to Disc Golf Depot for sponsoring this review. If you guys are in the Portland area, go check them out. Definitely the best place to get plastic, hands down. If you guys aren't, give them a call. They can take your order over the phone and ship you whatever they got in stock. And tell them I sent you. Let's take a look at this guy. Dynamic Discs Defender, overstable distance driver. Here's your flight numbers. It's a really shiny disc, so I'm getting a lot of glare and stuff off of it. I'm trying my best to get that to, not be too much of a distraction, but there's not much I can do about it. 13503. I would say those numbers are pretty spot on for my testing. Maybe I would say the glide might be a touch generous, but no, pretty close for sure. Definitely pretty close. Let's take a look at the bottom of this guy. There you can see it says Defender, which I think is a great touch. I've mentioned it before, but I love the way they molded into the plastic here for DD discs. It's just a great idea. You don't have to have people writing on the discs, and you also don't have to worry about the stamp going away or having a blank or tournament stamp disc and not knowing what it is. 172 grams. And let's take a look at the rim profile here. First of all, the flight plate, pretty flat. Not much dome to it whatsoever. The rim is pretty wide, but nothing super crazy. And it's actually really nicely rounded on the outside edge, so it actually feels really good in the hand. I have no issues with the grip at all. For me, it feels nice in the hand. The way that the nice rounded edge kind of tucks in there for my hands, it feels good. Some wide rim discs are a little sharp and a little bit uncomfortable in the hand. I don't find that to be an issue with this disc at all. So let's see, I have a trespass here just as a quick comparison. Hopefully my camera will focus. You guys can get a feel for the differences in the rim profiles there. Just as a quick comparison, I don't have much else to show you. I figure I might as well throw it in there. And then I'll also line up the inside rim so you can get a feel for the difference in the width of the rim. So it's hard to see there, but it's not. Wait, let me line that up again. So it's really not much different. The rim width is relatively similar, honestly, even though they're considered to be different speeds. The Defender, maybe it's just a little bit more streamlined, and that's leading to that 13 speed range. But yeah, good feel in the hand. Lucid plastic, we've talked about it a million times here on the channel. Super tough, beautiful, nice grip to it. It's just one of the best plastics on the market for sure. And nice, comfortable kind of overstable distance driver rim shape. But again, I like that nice rounded edge there. It feels good in the hand for sure. So let's talk about the flight of this thing. Not going to be a surprising description. It's fast and it's overstable. For me, if I throw it on hyzer, I'm not getting a lot of distance out of it. I can throw it up on a high spike hyzer and get it to really dig and stick. It skips nicely on a low hyzer line, unless the grass is really long or something, of course. But I had some nice skips out of it during testing for sure. Nothing super crazy, but good skips. I imagine if you dialed it in right, you can get a really nice skip out of this thing. For me to stretch distance out of this thing, I need to throw it on anhyzer. If I do that, I can get pretty straight flights out of it with a little, still a finish at the end. I can also kind of get it flipped over. If I really crank on it, I can get it to flip over and just not even really turn and ride so much. It's just kind of pop up and ride straight for a while and then still finish back. So it's very overstable for me in my arm. I didn't have any real heavy winds to test it in. I threw it into the wind a couple of times and it didn't change the flight at all. Very intuitive disc. You know what it's going to do after a few throws. It's just, it goes left, it's very fast. The first time I threw it, it was really apparent, the speed, it looked like it flew really fast. It got from point A to point B very quickly. The distance potential is there. If you have the arm speed to maximize it, you're a big arm player, and you're throwing Latitude, Trilogy, dynamic discs plastic, you definitely want to check out the Defender. It's a nice disc that you can rip on it. I don't think it's ever going to flip over on you accidentally. You'll still have that nice finish, and I'm sure you can stretch out more distance with a big power arm that can kind of get it to stand up and go a little bit. Absolutely not recommended for any beginners whatsoever. Even if you want something that's really overstable to go around a corner or something, I still think you'd be better off with something slower and more overstable as a beginner than this thing. It's just way too fast. Even for me, I've been playing for years. I just don't have a big arm. It's a lot of disc for me. I have to, rip it over on Anheuser to get distance. That being said, when I did that, threw a nice, Anheuser release on it, it would definitely fly a nice route, very consistent, and still have that strong finish at the end. And it stretched out some nice distance. So I could see this thing be getting some use for me, just for those kind of big hyzer shots. But even to get him to fly that hyzer route, I'm releasing it on Anheuser for me and my power. So that's my review on the Defender. Definitely more of an experienced player disc, but a solid mold, very comfortable in the hand for a wide rim disc, and very fast. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.